The only way to scale this rock face is by following an almost invisible crack. These images from the documentary film Wideboyz II show an extreme and unconventional sport that demands power, stamina, and an immunity to pain.
I really like doing things that are different from what other people like doing. So if people think it's a bad idea that I should do crack climbing, then I think it's a good idea.
Crack climbing requires a lot of training. Tom Randall and Pete Whitetaker spend a lot of time in the Peak District in northern England. Bandages are crucial for avoiding hand injuries. And mastery of certain techniques is also extremely important. The Wideboyz are constantly developing new ones to make their climbs easier.
People perceive it as being difficult. When they first do it, they don't have the techniques, and then it can be really painful, and they'll probably end up losing a lot of skin off their hands and off their elbows and knees, and then they'll think it's a really horrible experience, and then they'll think it's really difficult. But actually, when you do it a little bit and you have the right techniques, then it can be just as easy as doing normal climbing.
After the Wideboyz had acquired the right techniques to master England's most challenging cracks, they decided to go further afield. 3 years ago, they set themselves the challenge of the Century Crack in Utah, a previously unclimbed crack in a breathtaking environment. Their exploit was documented in the film Wideboyz.
The width is an off size, it's a bad size, because when you try and fill the crack with your body, nothing quite fits. So you have to try and make up a lot of techniques that you don't learn in the early days of climbing, and that's why it's so hard. And even when you climb it a lot, it's still quite painful.
The duo don't always train in the open air. To prepare for Utah's Century Crack, they spent 2 years practicing in their basement, after creating a purpose-built climbing wall.
Nowhere else, or no other climbing walls obviously have anything like this, and it was really important that we had something specific that was exactly the same as this climb, because this climb hadn't been done because it was so specific really, and so demanding in that sort of style, so we had to build this to...
And they've continued training in their basement for the world's other challenges since. And they also train in their garden. This is where they prepared for the Cobra Crack in Canada. They recorded this challenge in their second film, Wideboyz II. It took several attempts before they managed to master the 30-meter-long crack, a spectacular achievement. The Wideboyz always push themselves to the limit.
We train really hard. We're sort of always on this margin of actually breaking ourselves training, and then we go outside and then it kind of all seems okay, because you push yourself so far inside or training that everything outside is kind of fun and a lower intensity, and then you tend to succeed on it.
Next up is the legendary El Capitan in Yosemite National Park. The vertical rock formation is over 1,000 meters high. They'll be hoping to break more records, and there may even be another film.